Hey guys, be sure to like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram for extra content you won't see here. Click the links in the description below.
Hey, what's up guys, EVRN94 back again with another action figure review. This time we're going to take a look at the Marvel Legends 10th Anniversary Marvel Studios First 10 Years Legends series. This is the Avengers Age of Ultron figure. So we can see Ultron through the window packaging, and this actually isn't even a numbered figure in the set, like they were numbering all of them 1 through whatever it was. Since they've made the panel already for the Ultron movie, they just reused the same side and they didn't give it a number. So I guess you can choose either to use this one or I think the previous one was the Hulkbuster and Hulk 2-pack that represented the Age of Ultron movie panel. So you can have, either or. So this is just like an extra thing they wanted to put out, which is fine by me. Here's the back side. We got a poster of Avengers Age of Ultron, of course, and then there is a read-up on the back. It reads, originally designed to be a peacekeeper, Ultron broke rank and took his cardinal mission to the extreme, determining that the only way to create true peace would be to eliminate humankind and cede all power to technology. Right, and there is Ultron out of the box, and this is exactly the same exact build-a-figure that we've gotten before. They did update the paint job, which is the big deal about this. It's a huge difference. We're going to do a comparison with that, but it is entirely top to bottom. Sculpt wise, it is the Build-A-Figure. Let's see if he comes apart like the Build-A-Figure, I guess. Oh, yep, he does. Yep, there you go. So he does come apart like the Build-A-Figure. Now, I believe the wave was Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man movie. It was an awkward Build-A-Figure because it had nothing to do with the movie, but they found a way to fit in Ultron since they didn't make him for the actual Avengers Age of Ultron wave Build-A-Figure. They saved it for the Ant-Man one. So if you guys didn't get your hands on that one, I think it goes for about $40 on eBay. It's not too high for a Build-A-Figure, but why get that now when you can get the more updated, better paint job version for $25? So not too bad at all, since it is technically a Build-A-Figure. So there is no accessories at all packed in with this guy. I don't know if there could have been any or not, but it would be nice to at least get a different head sculpt and some hands to include with this, since we are paying $24.99 now for this and not the standard $19.99. Now it is a Build-A-Figure, I guess, but still it would be nice to get a little bit more extra with this. The prices on this 10th anniversary series is quite high, and I guess they're blaming it on the box art, the new improved boxes, which, come on now. We could care less. We want the figure to be good. So we'll take a look at the face sculpt or the face paint now. It is very different, and you'll see the big difference once we get them next to each other, but I just want to show off the figure itself right now. As for the silver of the figure, it's not technically painted. Now the darker silvers, like the shoulders here, I don't know if you can tell, compared to his chest versus that, it's different. That's painted. Right here, that's painted. It's a darker bluish silver that's painted, but then the lighter silver that you see on the chest, that is the plastic mold. It's not paint. So they gave it a nice metallic silver look for the plastic, which works fine. They don't need to paint it if it looks like that. Here's the back. You can kind of tell here. You see the bluish silver, that is paint, and then this is the plastic in the middle. We get darker plastic down at the groin area. Get some more of that bluish silver, and then the red is what I see very different. I don't think the Build-A-Figure has all this red. So we'll take a look at that. But we got red here, we got red on the thighs, we have a lot of red on the face, that's for sure. So overall, I think it looks pretty good so far. As for his articulation, we have the head going 360 degrees. It's on a ball jointed hinge. It's going to go up that high, it's going to go down this low. Then we got the arms going forward all the way, 360 in and out about this far. And then we have a bicep swivel, we have a double jointed elbow, we get a wrist swivel with a hinge on the wrist, we have an ab crunch, goes back. We do lose some of the sculpt and paint once you go too far back, and then going forward, we don't lose the sculpt on the back. We get a waist swivel, so the legs go forward only this far, and that goes for both, not very far. In and out, it's not too far either, so very limited. We get a thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Get the ankles on the hinge, and they do pivot slightly, but not too bad. And there are your two Ultrons. The one on the right is the Build-A-Figure from the Ant-Man wave of Legends, and then the left one is of course the new one that we're reviewing today, the 10th anniversary version. Very different, so you can see just based off of the plastic color they chose, makes a huge difference. And then the next difference would be, of course, all the red that I did mention. It is non-existent on the old one. We get some red, you can see right there on the torso and underneath the armpit, but not as much as this new one right here. You can really see the face. The faces, there's a lot more red on the new one. And then the thighs, we get those stripes on the new one, and the old one doesn't have that. If we're looking at the red paint on the shoulder, on the old one we see the red is actually painted vertically while it's horizontally painted on the new one for some reason. The forearm has red on the new one now, and the old one never had that. As for the back, they left it completely all the same color. You can really see there was, the main issue with the old one was everything was the same color. Nothing was different tone, different shade of silver, as now they did do that bluish silver like we already looked over, and then we got the darker grayish silver down in the groin area, which was not existent on the old ones. You can tell they really tried to make it a lot more detailed on the new one, so not too bad considering how much it cost to make this Build-A-Figure. There's a quick full body shot of the two next to each other. That is the SH Figuarts Ultron. Very, very short compared to the scale of Marvel Legends, or the scale they put for this Ultron figure. So you can see how short he is and how he looks. Not a big fan of this Ultron. No one really is. This one kind of came out pretty bad for Figuarts. They really screwed that one up. Hopefully they can revisit this figure one day. But yeah, there he is next to the Figuarts version. And lastly, here's a comparison next to the Revoltech Ultron, which is currently my favorite one. Way better than the Figuarts one. So there he is, and he does look small again. I always say this, they don't scale with Legends, and they never will. But people still insist that I should compare them next to the import version, so here it is. Alright guys, that's going to do it for my review of the 10th anniversary Marvel Studios Marvel Legends Ultron figure. A pretty good improvement from the Build-A-Figure. Also show how important paint is when it comes to detailing figures. So very nice that they could give us this Ultron once again a little bit better. The old one wasn't exactly horrible, but of course once you put them next to the new one, you can really see the difference, and it almost looks like it's horrible. But if you do have the old one, I'm not gonna exactly say get rid of it, because it still is a decent Ultron. Of course, if you want an improved version that looks a little bit better, then get this new one. And obviously, if you don't have it at all, then this is a good opportunity for you to pick it up. So, with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Leave a like if you did. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, have a great day. Bye.